Hey guys, Cyndaf here and welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. We are sat here with our fortress where we left it off, just letting the dwarves mill about. It is winter, I do believe. Yes, midwinter. It is the month of Opal. Fortunately though, it doesn't get cold enough to freeze because we're in a warm area. So we never have problems with the river icing over, or turning to ice I should say. So we never have any problems with water. We just have a problem with this fetid slush rain. Although it hasn't actually caused any problems yet, so mussel shells. I might have to start making things out of shells. Really what we're going to be aiming for this episode is just getting everything cleared up. And hopefully some more migrants. We've got our food store there waiting. We're going to need to designate a dump for that. Problem is I can't do the traditional dump there because, well, it's above ground. These are kind of harder. So, what we're going to have to do is either have them collect the stone, which no one seems to want to do, or actually, what does this? Have I turned off? No, I haven't turned off metals. So forbid that and forbid that. So we're going to need to dig out the ore and bar piles, which shouldn't be too hard. We're going to need to dig out those and these. And on the other side. I still can't remember which way I said it was going to be. I think it was the left was going to be the ore pile and this was going to be the bar pile. I can't remember. Or was this going to be the ore pile and this was going to be the bar pile? Well, we'll make... Why is it so far away from the edge? That doesn't make any sense. That's better. Much better. Right, where's that miner? What's he doing? I say that miner? Yes. What am I doing? Storing items in stockpiles. Unfortunately, that's about all we have to do at the moment. Is store items in stockpiles. We have our refuse pile, we have our corpse pile with our dwarf, who may actually have to have a slab engraved instead of a coffin because, well, they don't know he's dead. Which, to say the least, is a bit awkward. Even though he's in the stockpile, they don't know he's dead. So let's construct a bunch of slabs. Let's get rid of the corpse stockpile and see if anyone notices he's actually dead. Let's move it. I don't know where I'm going to move it to, but let's just move it here for now. And they should be able to see that he's dead. Unless he's missing body parts. Like his head. Which he probably is. He's probably got eaten. In which case I'm going to have a permanent dwarf skeleton. Nope. They know the mangled corpse is there. Or the mangled skeleton. As it is now. Oh, he has been finally found dead. Look at that. Congratulations, dwarves, you actually have eyes. Now somebody bury him, please. Actually, what are you doing, actually? I turned your hoarding jobs off. Oh no, I turned them back on. Okay. See, the problem is they drink from the river because it's fresh water. Lots of fetid slush. Oh, that's a pomegranate. You know, I'm gonna have to start picking up the fruit because, well, there's quite a bit of fruit around. We have tea tree. That's a potato plant. And pickleberry. Prickleberries, even. But we have pomegranates. And dates. That's a bitter melon. So let's designate a little area just over here where there's a bunch of fruit trees. Where they can gather and pick fruit. And hopefully they don't decide to try and climb the tree and get stuck. Otherwise I'm going to have to forbid them from picking fruit from trees. But do I even have a step ladder? That is the question. You need a step ladder. Well, we can always make some. Make a couple of step ladders. We should have some wheelbarrows, don't we? We have one at least. I'll make a couple of wheelbarrows as well. And put some pits down. Oh, I'm one short. Why am I one short? I built 20, why am I one short? Oh, because you're still carrying it. Thank you for burying him. Took you long enough. It's always raining fetid slush. I wish it would stop actually telling me that it's raining fetid slush because I really don't care. It only lands on the trees anyway. Yay, Mind Dwarf is being a Mind Dwarf. And now he's sleeping, because goddamn dwarfs need to sleep. How dare they? What is this stone? This is... I knew there was a wheelbarrow there. Obsidian. So... there's a wheelbarrow there too. So it's got... yeah, it's got 3 wheelbarrows already. I don't really need to make any more, but... we'll make another 3. Just for the fun of it. Because I could split that stone stockpile in half and have 2, and then have 6 wheelbarrows. Which is actually not a bad idea. I'm glad I thought of it. Problem is, you can't exactly split it evenly. Well, whatever, one will be slightly bigger than the other. But only slightly. Wheelbarrows. Change settings. Turn off metal laws and economics. But we have food, we have plenty of fish, and plenty of plants, so it's all good. Our plants are growing. We just need more dwarves. Especially more dwarves that do mining. I mean, one is alright, but for bigger tasks you really need more than one. Although I'm pretty sure I've done most of the big tasks already. Mainly because it's all sand. What I need is lots of dwarves so that I can build a wall. Lovely. Look at the speed at which he works. You could almost say I'm proud of myself. Right, well that's all the workshops dug out. Now we need is to flow some magma down there. And that's the difficult part. Well, actually it's not too difficult because I can just channel through the edge of the volcano there where the workshops are, but or I could do it somewhere else. Which I think I will. I'll probably do it somewhere else. As long as we have magma flowing, we can build the magma forges and stuff. Not that we need them at the moment, because no one can actually run them. We need minor industries first, sort of gem cutters and things. Well, we've got slabs now, we don't need them. What are these? They are... Ah, there is clothes. Okay, that's fine. Now I've got something to trade. They're actually worth something. So what would a tanner... We can have a tanner here as well. Just so that I have a tanner. Or another fishery. Probably another fishery, actually. I like pairing them up. You are very slowly shifting everything, aren't you? Priorities, though. The priorities are a bit poor. We're going to need some distilleries. I'll tell you what, let's actually lay out the foundation of our sort of defensive bridge. Not that making it longer actually helps any, so I don't really need to do that. Could be used as an atom smasher though. No, I'll tell you what, let's keep it as sort of 2, and we can have more than 1. Just in case, for redundancy. So if we put that down, a little obsidian bridge. And then another one. No one will build it just yet. That'll leave a 2 space gap, so that'll leave a 3 space gap. let's have that. So they'll probably sit there and blink away for a while until someone comes along and actually decides to do it with architecture, which I believe our Hayley Saban is doing, because she wants a job, obviously, rather than just carting stuff backwards and forwards, namely wood and cloth. Gem pile. Okay, spring has arrived on the calendar. I was actually looking at those gems, wasn't I? They are brown zircons. We actually need to have them cut, but first off, let's build ourselves a second fishery. Not for any reason other than because I can, because I don't have 2 fishery workers. Which is actually a lie. We have 3. But still. Pretty sure some of those actually fish. You know, even though we're only actually catching mussels. Did you miss a bit? Did you really miss a bit? I'ma stab you. And the entire room and you missed a bit. Goddamn dwarf. Go and get that bit. Thank you. So... stones this side, did I? Screw it, stones this side, bars this side. We won't have any bins for the bars. Stones are going to be economic, metal and clay. I have to turn clay off on these ones because I forgot to do that. Forbid clay. Forbid clay. There we go. You're going to want some wheelbarrows, probably. And we just need a goddamn migrant wave. The one time I'll ever only... the one time I will only ask for migrants is at the beginning of the game. Other than that, they can sort of go and do one because we won't need them. End up having like 100 odd dwarves in the army. But we just need dwarves for carrying stuff. It's mainly carrying wood and stone around that we need them for at the moment. I mean, we could probably do a few other jobs for sort of crafts, but you know, like gems and stuff. But we are going to also set out our little tunnel system. Do I really want it to be 3 thick? No, I don't really want it to be 3 thick, do I? We'll have sort of the opening that thick, but it's gonna bottleneck into a 2 thick sort of tunnel. And then we'll leave a bit of a gap there like that. And it's going to snake. It is going to snake for a bit. Because that way I can have more traps. Do I really want want a snake like that though? Because I wanted my archers to be able to shoot through. So I kind of didn't want it to snake that much, did I? Or did I want archers to shoot through? That is the question. How do I want to do this? Because if I have the ability for max dwarves to shoot through, that means their archers can shoot back. Which is always a bit of a problem. Especially when you're trying to keep your dwarves alive. But you know what? Let's make... Might be a little large. But that'll do. Ah, you see now I've got that. That's a bit too large. I can't quite have it that large. Which is fine. I'll tell you what, let's reduce it from all angles and make it a smaller box. Like a kill box. Where all my doors will die. And this snaking tunnel is going to be filled to the brim with traps, by the way, so I'm not just going to be relying on my dwarves to do it. And this is where they're going to go upstairs. We won't build the downstairs yet because they'll start mining all out. That looks like a reasonably defensible place, doesn't it? It's going to be filled with all sorts of traps, probably weapon traps, cage traps, probably mainly weapon traps. Because, well, stone traps need rearming after every drop, they don't always kill people. Obviously requires some stones. Weapon traps do jam, but not too often unless you've got a load of dead goblins stuck on them. The elven caravan from Cameron has arrived. Oh, goody, elves. Well, we can steal some things. Shouldn't think I've got... Okay. Alpaca wool. Do they like alpaca wool? They don't really like... No, I'm not sure they do. They don't like anything made from animals, although I'm not entirely sure they would turn their nose up at wool. Because it's not killing an animal. They don't like you cutting down trees. They don't like anything made out of leather. Because obviously you needed to kill animals to do so, and the elves are namby-pamby, they only eat vegetables and berries kind of people. You know, classic elves. No meat. I don't think they eat fish either. But I don't care. So they won't take anything made out of wood, they won't take anything made out of leathers. Or hides. It's plants only. Although they trade. Everything that they trade is made out of wood, but it's grown wood. Like the item is grown, rather than it being carved out of a log. The items are grown. But who was it we sent to trade last time? One of you is a trader, and I want to know who. You. Well, you may as well be our trader. Broker. So the fish cleaner actually is better at talking to people. He's a great conversationalist. That's great. He can be the trader then. Once all the stuff gets moved, we shall trade with the elves. I believe that is all the stuff. No, not anyone. No, only broker may trade. And we now have a broker. That's my little meeting area. So it's on the small side actually. We need to move the food. That's something we need to do. Move the food. A little food stockpile, although we are going to be changing it at points. It doesn't need seeds because we already got a seed pile. We're going to be moving where fat is stored later, and where paste is stored because that contains slurries, and slurries are used for paper. So food pile is no more. They should move that. Hopefully sometime soon. Some migrants have arrived. Yay! Migrant wave! Pump operator. Not very useful, are you? Out of all the things that you could have been, you are a pump operator. What do I really need? You know what? Do some gem cutting. That's not overly useful, but you know. Alright. That is a gosling. That is a pet. That is annoying. A stone crafter. Well, you're more useful than nothing, I suppose. You can also farm. You can also farm. That is a llama. Do I want to breed llamas? That's the question. Do we want to breed llamas? No, we do not. Kill it. We don't want a pout. You're a woodcrafter who does lime making and glass making. You're a gelder, so you are literally useless. There's no point in having anyone. You're a shearer, so you're a little more useful. We do have sheep. You're a bower, which is also useless because I have access to iron, so I will not be making crossbows out of wood. But you can do carpentry and farming, because everyone can do farming. Potash maker, you can do farming. You don't really need potash. Gem cutter, okay. Don't really need the other guy to be a gem cutter then. Pump operator, where are you? Mr. Pump operator, you don't need to do jewellery anymore. The gem cutter came along, so you can just do farming. What we really need is a hunter of some description to come along. Gem cutter. A cavy pup. Yeah, you're dead. It's fresh meat. A mechanic. That's actually more useful than pump operating. Because I could actually get the pump operator to do mechanics, but we now have a mechanic. Do some seed engineering as well. And some farming, because we're not going to be using that many mechanisms yet. A water buffalo calf. Yeah, that's dead. They eat a lot of grass. A lamb. That's also a pet, which is annoying. Another llama. That's dead. a gem setter. Farming as well. So we have a gem cutter and a gem setter, just in case we wanted to set gems. Baby alpaca. What is it with them bringing alpacas with them? That's dead. A farmer who doesn't do farming. He does plant processing, which will be useful when I actually grow some useful plants. Another woodcrafter. He does pottery as well. You'll do paper making. It's not any use for me at the moment, but you can do paper making. Cow calf. Do we want cows? Yeah, we'll have cows. Do we want cows? No, it's sheep. Let's have cows as well. A fish dissector. It's not really useful. Do cleaning. You also do leatherworking and glass making. An animal trainer. Do animal care as well. Well, at least now you have someone to look after the animals. Another farmer who doesn't do farming. Does plant gathering. Oh good. What's that farmer that did plant processing? You. Gatherer as well. Need someone to pick the fruit. An engraver. You can do masonry and architecture as well, because engraving is all well and good, but not that useful. And beekeeping. Oh, that is useful. If we've got some bees. We'll make some hives and see if we can get any bees. Paper maker? Well, never mind. Is that it? Just paper making? Really? You're a mace dwarf. We'll think about military later. Another lamb. Yeah, we'll keep that. A kitten. That's a pet. A tanner, which is all well and good if we actually had anyone to hunt animals. A siege operator. Not useful. Siege engines just aren't useful at this point in the game. Or on this version of the game. We can't siege, so... I mean, you can build siege engines, you can build a ballista and a catapult, but they're not really very good. Do plant gathering as well, because I don't like you. A fisher dwarf, who does soap making. A goat, which we can't kill because it's a pet. Another cow calf. A trader, a bona fide, I do nothing else but trader. Yeah, she does woodcrafting, but which is also not particularly useful at this moment in time, because we have several crafters now. Is that everybody? That's quite a few dwarves. And animals. Now we need a butchery, because I've set a load of animals to be butchered and don't actually have anywhere to do it. And also this pen needs to be bigger. Also, what are you? You're water buffaloes. Why have I not set you to be slaughtered? I don't need them. Right, well, okay. Let's see. We want some more shops. Oh, I say shops. Places on this side. And a gap. And then... That's awkward. More on this side. This is my little walking gap. Workshops. We need a butchery for a start. A butcher shop, which we can have. Fisheries are good for 2, but butchers, unless you actually have quite a few animals coming in that need butchering, you can really just get away with only having 1 butcher shop. And then we need a tanner shop as well, so that's going to be the entire right hand side there. There'll be 2 butchers and 2 tanners. Or 1 butcher and 1 tanner and something else. So, butcher, tanner, if I got that right. Yep. Don't want a door, I want a mine. Butcher and a tanner. I'm going to need some stills at some point. Might make those downstairs though, where the food's kept. Okay. He's done. Workshop. Tanner. Tanner. Obsidian. Butchers. Butchers. Obsidian. Cool. Now we can have some meat. Who's done what? A woodcrafter withdraws from society. Of course he does. Scumbag. And claims a craft workshop. Well, at least we're going to get our first artifact item. And now we have plenty of dwarves to carry stuff around. How many do we have now? 34. Look at that. We need to start building bedrooms soon. Could do with a few more minor dwarves though. Oh yeah, I actually wanted someone to trade, didn't I? Who is actually the better trader now? If we replace you, who comes up? The pump operator, expert persuader, great intimidator, expert comedian, expert pacifier. Changed. Aim Babruka. Get in there and trade, and then we'll end the Actually, you know, we'll end the episode first. And you've begun a mysterious construction. Cool. Are you trading? Nope, you're still storing items in stockpile. I now have 2 traders. Where are you? Oh, you're carrying stones. Alright. Well, you know what? To make this easier on my dwarves, instead of walking all the way around, put a door on the top. Pretty sure I assigned wheelbarrows to that place. We're going to need to start assigning some nobles. Or, well, special jobs like broker, and we've got a broker. But things like a bookkeeper. That was the one I was after. A bookkeeper. Okay. Right. If they're going to be here for a little while. Not the kitten, because kittens can run around and catch things. They're going to be here for a little while, store them. But right, other than that, we are going to end the episode here because we've been going for a little while now. We are ready to trade, and we shall trade at the beginning of the next episode. So, I would like to thank you all for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. Tell me if you want your own dwarf. We have plenty of them now. These are my dwarves. Obviously, you can't have me. But they're the dwarves. You can even be a dwarven child if you wanted to. We'll get more dwarves in, and we'll start a military. But other than that, if you did enjoy this episode, do leave it a like. You can also share, hit that share button, share it around. It would help me out a great deal, doing either or. And I'd very much appreciate the gesture if you did. And you can subscribe for more. And I shall see you all later.